really being clear of who you open the door for, because the only person that can beat you then is somebody who's doing exactly the same thing, exactly the same niche, attracting the same type of clientele. Now, you might say, I attract females. Yeah, but what type of female? Do you attract someone who's 20 to 25, or do you attract someone who's 20 to 60? 20 to 60 is a whole different kettle of fish. So really understand the market that you're going for, and don't just go broad. I just do females. I just do males. Understand what the outcome they want. What are the challenges they're facing? Welcome back to the Marketing Muscle Up podcast show. Good to have you here. When I think about studios or gyms, and I think the challenge at the moment for a lot of people is the fact that there is always a gym, studio, personal training center. We have online training facility just around the corner or just on someone's phone. And I don't think we can be naive now to say, hey, we're not going to have any competitors near us. We're the only person that does what we do. If we think like that, I don't think it's the right attitude to have. I think we need to understand that there are people around us, because you're going to hear this every day. But I think what we want to do is we don't want to treat them as competitors. We just want to treat them as other businesses. Now, we know there's a couple of things. Number one, we know that we overall have done a really poor job of getting unhealthy people, right, in fitness facilities, in studios. Over the last 10, 20 years, we've done a great job of getting fit people fitter. And so that begs the question, there's a lot of people still not in a fitness program. And there's a lot of people out there to work with. And so when we think about competitors, yes, there is a people that are doing fitness services. I mean, heck, everybody can walk around the block. Yes, they can watch a YouTube video. There is heaps of online, very successful, very good online programs that people are purchasing, doing in their lounge room. And you wouldn't even know there's a competitor right around the corner. Like your clients are probably doing it as well. But I want you to think about not as competitors, and it's how to outbeat your nearest facility, your online training facility. And really what we're going to do to outbeat anybody is there's a concept of niching down to scale up. And I love this concept, because whenever you think that you're clogged, you're congested, there's no way that I can get the clients that the big gym's coming in town and they're going to take 5,000 of my clients. I've seen this over the years that, yes, it adjusts, meaning that if you're going after the same market, there's always going to be a few people that will move across that probably wasn't suited for what you're trying to get to. And I'll say that again, there's going to be a few people that move across. Let's say someone new is in town, they're going to move across and they're going to go there. However, what it does, it makes us better business owners, okay? Because we know that we need to figure out who we are going to attract into our business. And it's a great lesson. It's a great lesson to go through. It's a great process to go through. It's not great when you're going through it and you're unprepared. And that's what I want to talk about today. So the concept of niching down to scale up is not a new one, but it's one that we must use to move ahead. If you are struggling with how do I become the best gym, because the best gym has all this new equipment, and I've got all this old equipment. How can I do that? You can't compete sometimes. You just simply can't compete. There's always going to be somebody with more money. There's always going to be someone that's smarter than you. There's always going to be somebody that is going to outwork you, right? It's just what's going to happen. And if it's not happening and you're number one in every category, well done. Congratulations. But it's very rare that I've seen this, because I believe everybody can be number one if we choose to have the concept of niching down and really getting clear of who we want in our business, who we want to work with. You know what it's like? It's like, I want to work with that client. I love those good clients. right? But then we work with the clients we don't love. So number one is we want to figure out who we want to work with. We want to niche down, meaning we want to choose who we want to work with. Now, this is really hard for anybody who's never done this before. Like, I'm marketing to everybody. Everybody's my client. Well, they can be. But if your facility doesn't cater for everybody to be your client, there are now other places they can go to. So what you need to get a little bit sharper on who are you trying to attract and go after those and be the number one in your area for that type of clientele. So there's a couple of things you can do to make this process seamless and fast. Number one is you want to decide who you want to work with. And you're not just going to say males or females, but there's a type of male, there's a type of female, there's a type of personality that you want to work with. And when you're clear on that, it makes it really, really easy. So back when we started Com Marketing, we were marketing for everybody. We narrowed it down to real estate agents and dentists at the time, and fitness, and working with 3 type of industries. We then narrowed it down again, and we said, right, we only want to work with fitness and wellness professionals, and we can even narrow it down even further. And once we did that, there was a few things that we did, and this is what I would recommend you guys to do. Is number 2, you want to think, how do you want to work with them? A group environment, a small group environment, a large group environment, online. How do you want to work with them? So even that in itself can be a point of difference that you do that nobody else does. Number 3, you want to choose testimonials that represents that audience. Okay. So you might have, and this is sort of point number 4, you might have other testimonials on your website, other case studies, other success stories, and you want to remove them and just focus on the case studies and testimonials that you want to work with, more the people that you want to work with. So I'd actually remove any case studies and testimonials that don't fit that criteria of a person. Just take them off the website, take them off social media, take them off Facebook. You then want to go adjust the copy. So if you've got copy on your website, go and adjust it, make differences there, right? Adjust, if you're doing a Facebook Live, make sure the right people are in the Facebook Live. Make sure it's not everybody. I've got a few examples to share with you. Number 1, I've got a client called Kylie. She's actually been on the podcast before. She has a business called Recreate. When we first met her, she was blue. Her logo was blue. Now, I like blue. She likes blue. But her target market were females. Now, not to be biased or sexist or like just saying, oh, females are pink. But at the end of the day, Facebook ads, when we put ads out for a different shade, we got better results. So we actually rebranded to purple based on her recommendations, and her business 3 or 4x'd, just from that moment of really deciding and sharpening our sword of who we're going to try to market for. Okay. So it's being really clear in your brand, even your name. You might have to go and rechange your name if that's the case, or your sub name is an easy one to do, but really being clear of who you open the door for, because the only person that can beat you then is somebody who's doing exactly the same thing, exactly the same niche, attracting the same type of clientele. Now you might say, I attract females. Yeah, but what type of female? Do you attract someone who's 20 to 25, or do you attract someone who's 20 to 60? 20 to 60 is a whole different kettle of fish, right? 2 different brackets. Now you can do that, but if you want to triple down your results, you might want to go from, I attract people 18 to 29, and you want to master that. You want to design case studies, success stories, testimonials, have all those people based their language they're going to use, everything based on that person. Then someone from 30 to 40 is a different type of person. Someone who's 50 to 60 is a different type of person. So really understand the market that you're going for, and don't just go broad. I just do females. I just do males. Understand what the outcome they want. What are the challenges they're facing? A lot of the time, and people say, I'm targeting anybody who's a mum. And I go, well, that's a really broad No point. Is it targeting new mums, and how new? And with the advertising, let's say, for example, you're targeting a new mum, and to target a new mum, their words that they're going for is not like, oh, I want to get my baby body back. I don't think we should be using those words. You know what they want to do is they want to sleep more. They want to have more rest. They want to have more energy. What is their eyes? When they see anything, advertisement, photos, what are they going to be attracted to straight away? And I can tell you what they're going to be attracted to straight away. In their world, new mum, they're going to be attracted to dummies. So if you show a photo of a dummy, nappies, anything baby orientated, their mind is like focused on those images now because they weren't before. So they're tightly focused on that. So there's no point having an image of someone who's super fit, super running. They go, oh, I'm so far away from that. What we want to do is we want to attract them, get attention. So I'd get a picture of like a dummy, right? And say, like, have some copy that's based around that. Do you want to have a break from this for 60 minutes or something? Like, be clever with the content and the images that you use to attract the type of clientele that you did. We have another client of ours who wanted to go online training. They were a fitness first trainer, and they said, I just want to purely go online. And so what we did, we called all their programs names based on their type of clientele, and all the type of clientele we realized was women who were in the ages of 25 to 35, and they were all in that period, they were getting engaged. So they were getting engaged, or they were dating, and everything was based around these two worlds. So the language that we used was around that. The social media we used was around that, and that totally transformed the business. That she became this superior online training program for that niche, and she did it really, really well. And this all comes down to not looking at competitor and going, oh my gosh, another one. We want to change that mindset. When you go, right, this is going to make us better. It's going to make us better marketers, a more sustainable business. And you might be sitting here going, well, but I had it before until this person came up. Yes, but that's just life, and that's just the way things work right now. And it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to drop revenue. It actually means that you'll make more. You'll attract more. You'll retain more, because you need to decide who you're going to work with in this kind of world. Or if you don't want to do that, you're going to have to put services. If you're a larger gym, you're going to have to go, okay, I'm going to have a wellness hub here for this type of personality. I'm going to have an amazing studio, spin cycle studio, and really go deep in that. So you're having a lot of different rooms and venues if you're a larger facility. But if you're a smaller facility, like a studio or a trainer, get really deep in what you want to do there. Guys, I hope that's helped. These are some quick tips. Number one, decide who you're going to work with. Number two, how you want to work with them. Number three, is there testimonials from these people, case studies, videos? We call them hero videos. Remove any other testimonials and copy that don't relate to that person. Adjust all images to suit that type of clientele. Change the copy on your website, social media, Instagram, bios, the full works. Delete any images that you need to on Instagram, for example, if it's confusing. Adjust all your Facebook ads and any Facebook lives that, and when you do Facebook ads, it's by the way, it's awesome because you can actually then target a certain age demographic. And a big hack here is, like, if you're going for males and females, just go for females, and just that splits your budget in half, and it gets really hyper focused on that type of audience, and your ads can be really around that type of audience. And then Facebook lives, any kind of ad hoc marketing you're doing, just again, ensure the right person's in that image. And then straight away, you'll be the one to go to get that type of clientele and grow and scale your fitness business. I hope that's helped, team. I love this conversation because it just makes us better in business. We understand marketing more, and that's exactly what a lot of our clients do in our Marketing Ninja program. They scale down, they niche down to scale up, and you know what? They love their business even more. So if this is something that you're going through, and if you need some help with that, reach out. Go to website commarketing.com.au. You can book a marketing muscle up. That's a conversation around how you can scale up, how you can grow with marketing, and we can take you through the step-by-step process just for your business. I'll catch you next time on the Marketing Muscle Up podcast show. Bye for now.